This is the power of pluralism. It teaches people of world religions. You can insist that your religion is best, but add those magic words at the end of your sentence. For me and my congregation. This is a very important message. Why? It not only gives you, if you like, genuine cohesion between people of different religions, it also resolves a very serious and cancerous issue of resolving the differences within the same religion, intra-faith dialogue, not interfaith, intra-faith. Because when you, then you see, you can straight away relate. You can say, oh, I'm a Sunni Muslim, I'm a Shia Muslim. This is my way, this is his way. I'm a Catholic, I'm an Anglican. This is his way, this is my way. It resolves intra-faith issues as well. So this lovely stuff that I'm presenting is not only for kind of, patronizing people of other religion. It is a very central kind of prescription that resolves the issue that the world faces today. Friction in the name of religion. It resolves it forever. This is a very powerful idea. And of course, at the theological colleges, they challenge us, Mr. Lakhani, it's called relativism, and we won't all. I said, it's not relativism, it's pluralism. There's a big difference. So this is the kind of, I will not go into theology with this group. I'm going to gently produce a simpler version. So if you like, the first kind of thing that appears like a confusing aspect in Hinduism is in fact it's a very deep idea, a very broad idea of the Hindu tradition. There's a second part of this tradition which is very crucial. The Hindu religion says for you to come to terms regarding what is the nature of reality, what is the underpinning to this reality, you can subscribe to the idea of a super personality who is underpinning this world. Good idea. Think of a super personality. And why do we do that? Let me explain to you why. You see, we all have certain attributes as human beings that we find endearing, that we like. You know what are the qualities that we like? We feel natural compassion for our near and dear ones. Don't you like your mommy? Don't you like your daddy? Your brother? Maybe. Yeah, so that's called compassion. So we've got this natural thing that's flowing out of us, which kind of links us with other human beings, and we find it endearing. Oh, it's so nice. Other thing we like is, we are always thirsty for knowledge. We are nosy parkers. What's going on? How does this world work? We want to understand the nature of reality. We are searching for, if you like, knowledge. That's also a part of our being. The third thing we like is we like to be empowered. We like to be strong and in position of power. We don't like to be pushed about. We hate being pushed about. Your brother shouts you, don't do that. We always like to stand up for ourselves. Third aspect, we like being empowered. Now these three endearing aspects that we find in all living things, not only human beings, living things. Even if it is a single cell being, you brought it, it doesn't roll over saying I'm dead. It says, oh, stop it. You go, ouch. See, this is the sign of life, sign of spirit. So we have this endearing aspect to us. Love for truth, compassion, searching for knowledge and empowerment, naturally seeping out of us. But they're trickling out. Because our love that we have is only limited to our close circle. Outside the circle we say, okay, bad luck. We don't care too much. So it's limited. But we know it's something nice that flows naturally. So do you know what human beings have done, or what the prophets have done? They have realized this is our deeper dimension. They exaggerate it and plonk it on one super personality, saying, my Lord, I am only little compassionate, you are all compassionate. My Lord, I only have this much power, you are all powerful. My Lord, I only have so much knowledge, I just passed GCS, just about. You are all knowing. So the endearing aspect that is within us, we exaggerate them to the infinite and plonk it on one person, Lord, you are all that. Why do we do that? See, I'm just showing the deeper idea of religion. Because in order for us to express this thing within us to a greater extent, we need to build up relationship with this super personality. How do I become religious? I must become like him, more compassionate, more knowledgeable. So by trying to link up to this kind of projection that we created, to link up with it, we try and express this more in our own lives. That's called religious living. So we link, oh Lord, you must be like that. And we must be like you. That is the whole heart of idea of a super personality, allowing us to, what was trickling out of us will come out in torrents. That's the whole idea. And that is the aim of a religious life. I just touched on some of the interesting aspects. So I'm saying that very much you must recognize that this is the best way for the thing that is already within us to come out to a greater extent, express it in the name of religion. This is the indirect ploy of relating to a super personality. Things which are already within us, we give it greater expression. And that's the kind of the deeper part of philosophy. But one of the interesting aspects to this approach is this. It says you can relate to the ultimate reality, not only as a super personality. You can relate to it as a principle, not as a person, but as a principle that underpins all of us. This is the conclusion of the Hindu tradition. It says what you are searching for in the guise of a God sitting in the heaven is very much here and now. What you are thinking, sitting out there, waiting in the hereafter is here and now. It is lighting up every living thing you come across. It is shining out through the eyes of every human being you come across. The most transparent vision of God is humanity. This is the conclusion of the Hindu tradition. So when you see the word Atman and Brahman being bandied about, this is what they're talking about. God is a principle that underpins this reality, underpins us and expresses itself through compassion, all that is showing up, the spirit showing up. This is, if you like, the idea of spirit, or God, not as a personality, but as a principle underpinning this reality, and characterized by the word Atman and Brahman. Now, if you have a philosophic slant, you prefer that. In modern youngsters prefer that. The idea of a super personality, you go to the temple, crack coconuts and tinkle bells. Seeing God and serving God in humanity is the conclusion of the Hindu tradition. Conclusion. That's the final word the Hindus have said regarding the nature of reality. Spirit is our underpinning, and recognizing it or realizing that we are essentially the spirit is the aim of religion. This is the, if you like, the deeper ideas. And do you know why this is such a lovely idea? When I present this idea, I say to an atheist, and I talk to a lot of atheists all the time, go to schools, and 90% of them are saying agnostic atheists, not religious. This is reality. They love the idea. Because I'm telling them, the thing that people are calling religious is really something which is your own inner structure, inner being. You are trying to rediscover your essential nature in the guise of religion. They say, in that sense, we have no problem. We have a problem when you say there's somebody waiting and keeping scores. We prefer to see this idea as spirituality here and now, expressed through the eyes of human beings. Now you see, again, I must lighten up. Otherwise, and I've done this yesterday, you must let me off. When I talk like this, that essentially you are searching that your essential nature is the spirit, Atman, you are that. What you are searching in the guise of a god or goddesses and going to temples and going on pilgrimage and doing festivals was searching for your inner being, your essential nature, spirit, you are that.
Free e-learning course in Hinduism. To register, please visit www.hindu-academy.com.
Talks on Hinduism, sponsored by People Care, encouraging caring for the elderly in their own homes. For more information, please visit peoplecare.com.